What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the 18th of July. We're going to take a look at the Aerodrome finance chart. Real quick, though, before we jump into that, we're going to look at the Fear and Greed Index here. So this is the Crypto Fear and Greed Index here. Each day we analyze emotions and sentiments from different sources and crunch them into one simple number, the Fear and Greed Index for Bitcoin and other large cryptocurrencies. So not too long ago, last week we were at a 29, so that's fear. It was way over here to the left-hand side. It wasn't in extreme fear, it was in fear. And now we're basically on the other side of that. We're in greed. Again, we're not in extreme greed, but we're in greed. This indicator, I believe, becomes pretty useful when it gets down into extreme fear. That's when it's the most useful, extreme fear or the extreme greed. But understand it can stay in greed or extreme greed for a while before the markets top out. Just wanted to share that with you guys. So let's take a dive into the Aerodrome finance chart. I want to welcome all the new subscribers and all the viewers of the channel. Welcome aboard, guys. Aerodrome finance / the United States dollar, AERO USD. Is our ticker symbol. This will be a daily chart we're looking at. We might dive into the 3-minute to look at a price level. And Coinbase is where this price data is streaming from. So another green day here this morning, the 18th, as well as yesterday, the 17th of July. Looks like markets are actually up 6.65% this morning. Wow, another great day here for Aerodrome, at least a start of a great day. And then yesterday, we closed the day up 8.71%. So we got right to close to the 98,224 price level we spoke about yesterday. And then the price got pushed back a little bit, which is very expected. You can see we got real close to that and got pushed back down. The highs yesterday were 97,126 for this chart. And it looks like today we're getting a little bit of pushback at the 98,224. We'll go to the 3-minute and see if we can look at that. Yeah, we're right there. We'll see how the markets react at this level today. We traded up above it. You got this big red candle here, getting back below it. We're back above it now. So we'll see if they just turn this into a support level and continue on. But just expect we could have a potential reaction at this level today. And that would be a resistance if so. But they might have counted yesterday into that. We'll see. But again, we didn't hit that 98,224. We got close and got pushed back. Today we actually hit it, traded above it. So we'll see if we actually start to trade below it and it flips into resistance, which I would not be surprised to see that happen. To say this market is overextended, I think that's fair enough. Doesn't mean the uptrend is over, but it's a bit extended. So any kind of a slight sideways to pullback action would be very normal and expected. But of course, it could continue on higher before that takes place. We saw it with the NASDAQ. And then we also saw what happens with the NASDAQ when it gets way, way, way ahead of itself. So anyways, we have Bitcoin up over there, $700, 1%. Aerodrome finance, let's see, from the bottom wick here, which was at the 0.5 fib level. If you were watching back at those slightly older videos, we bottom at the 0.5 fib, 147%. Aerodrome is up, and that would be 147% in 13 days. So 147 in less than 2 weeks, guys. Incredible, incredible move here. Again, go back in time. I am not a buyer at these dips here. Hindsight's 2020, okay? So we didn't know that the price would actually bottom here. You could have had one green day and then the red days could have continued. What I like to see is strength coming back into the market. And one green candle, for the way I analyze the markets, is not enough strength. I want to see Basically, I want to see a higher low, which we got right here on the 8th of July. And I want to see a higher high come into the market, which is what we got right here on the 12th of July. So that's basically what I'm waiting for. I'm personally willing to give up some of the move and to see that strength really coming in and confirming higher lows and higher highs before jumping aboard. And that's pretty much how I look at all markets, guys, not just cryptocurrencies, stocks, futures, etc. I've been there. I've done that. I've lost money. It doesn't feel good to lose money when trying to buy these dips because, I mean, look at all of these red candles here. To say, unless you have some kind of model that can spot the bottom, it's very hard to do that. And the reason why I go back to that and why it can be dangerous is not all stocks or cryptocurrencies will recover from major sell-offs. Now, if we're going to talk about the index, that's different. The index itself should recover from any kind of a major sell-off. But individual stocks and individual cryptocurrencies, there's no guarantee that they're going to recover and have a full run back to the upside. So that pretty much pertains to individual stocks and cryptocurrencies. If you're trying to buy crazy sell-offs in the markets, stuff like that, well, that can be different as long as you can ride out those heavy selling down days. So what are we looking for here today to the upside for Aerodrome? So it's up 147% in 13 days, less than 2 weeks. We are finding ourselves close yesterday, but definitely today at the 98,224. So we could get a little resistance there today. Expect that. So if the price closes below that, wouldn't be surprised. Thing is definitely overbought, but it could continue to march higher. It's got a lot of push behind it right now. Above the 98, we have a 106.42 level. We're going to keep an eye on 106.42. That's $1.0642. We're going to keep an eye on that for the next target above our 98.224 target. That is about an 8.3% move higher in price from where we're currently trading at. This morning, it's 4:23 a.m. on the East Coast. So above the 106.42, 128. It's been a while since we've been talking about the 128 level. The last time we topped out was way over here. I remember this day vividly, the 27th of May. 128 top right here, guys. We wicked up to it. We hit a high of 127,749, pushed back down. 128 was my level, and that marked the top from this big leg to the upside. So 98,224, 106.42, 128, $1.28, guys. Big move here. Don't be surprised though, okay, if we start to pull back below the 98,224 and it starts to flip into resistance. I think there's more of a chance. Well, I guess there's an equal chance of that happening here from the 106.42, but the 106.42 actually has a couple more days where it was actually a level of support before getting flipped into resistance, whereas the 98.224 only has, looks like it's about 2 days of trading at that level. So that's why I say I think it has a little bit more validity at the 106.42, but they're equally as important. That's basically that's all I need to know. Equally as important. 98,224, 106.42. And then again, above that, $1.28, which would put you up another 29 or so percent. Yeah, just keep in mind this thing is overbought. So any kind of pullback here, I would just expect that at some point here. We're seeing it over in the XRP chart. So XRP, we'll get back to Aerodrome in just a moment here. XRP was well below its pennant line, traded up, straight up, and looks like we have a bearish engulfing candle today. When markets get too extended, we start to see big moves like that. And, they can just be one-day sell-offs, but markets go straight up. They have pretty nasty red days usually to follow. So for Aerodrome, for any of the new viewers here, So just understand that the way we're looking at this, one, Bitcoin is quite bullish right now. We'll jump into that in just a moment. This move to the downside here, this descending channel here, essentially, as long as Bitcoin can continue its momentum higher, we should see Aerodrome definitely breaking into new all-time highs. Bitcoin isn't really that far away, so if Bitcoin does it, there's a very good chance Aerodrome will do it. I don't think Aerodrome will do it before Bitcoin, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So descending channel breaking to the upside. Guys, right now my highest target for Aerodrome is at $3.60. That's $3.60. Can it go higher? Of course it can, and I will have higher price targets as price starts to approach that level. But right now, based off what we have, that's the highest, that Aerodrome that I have, $3.60. So from today's levels, which is basically the 98 level, we are 267% below that target. And then from the bottom wick there, that was the 0.5 fib level, you're at 800% move. So exciting times ahead. I would expect some pullbacks here. Very normal. Markets cannot go straight up every single day. They usually get some kind of a sideways pullback action. Usually pretty big if they go straight up. They usually come straight back down, at least for a short period of time. Over to Bitcoin, BTC, USD. Bitcoin pulling back just to some levels that we spoke about yesterday. So we have levels 64,375 down to 63,788, and then one there in the middle at 64,123. So we're getting some trading, some support at these levels. We reversed off the top yesterday. So we'll see if Bitcoin can hold these levels before marching higher. Again, Bitcoin went straight up, okay? So a reversal off the top here, some pausing. Price action is very normal. This thing is overbought. It needs to breathe. It needs to allow time to catch up to price, and then it should continue on. It's bullish. Bitcoin is bullish right now. Doesn't mean we're not going to get some kind of a pullback, though. We will see how far that pullback goes, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, Bitcoin has a higher low. We have a higher high. We have another higher high. We took out this high where this arrow is pointing. That was the 1st of July. So we have higher low, higher high, another higher high, and things are cooling off here. For Bitcoin, guys, again, we're really not that far from the all-time highs. We have lots of targets for Bitcoin above the market. 80,006, 96.6, both very, very doable here, assuming this thing can continue to march higher, especially the 80,000. No problem. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the channel, all the new subs. Appreciate all of the current viewers. All links down below. Guys, you have a great day. Of course, not financial advice. Take care.